YouTube, what's up, man? Thanks for sticking in there. Get right to it. There's no review today. What I'm actually doing is my first copper drop for the month of May in our year of the Lord 2020. So, I got a couple of notes sitting up here, standing up today, doing something a little different, stretching my legs, giving you guys a different viewpoint of like 3 feet higher from where you normally look. So, man, let's get right into it. Coming out on this Saturday, 5/2, is that Air Jordan 5 Fire Red thing, man. And there was actually a shock drop that took place on April 19th during the last episode of The Last Dance documentary on ESPN. And that thing came out, and there had been rumors that it was going to come out, and it actually did. It dropped. I picked the phone up, tried to get to it, but no luck, man. So as I mentioned in a couple of my videos earlier, that I was going to probably lay off of it. I'm trying to be a little more picky, a little more choosy with what I buy. I did get permission from, wifey to maybe try to go after it this weekend, so she kind of gave me that encouragement. So I'm going to try to maybe look and see. My 5 collection is pretty sparse, really. I actually only have 2 pair of 5s. And in addition to that, I like to have the OG colorways, because as I get more shoes, I'm going to eventually offload some other ones. And what's going to stay in the collection is probably going to be the OG colorways. So if the time and opportunity comes this Saturday, I may go back on my word and try to go after it. That remains to be seen. So next up, the following weekend, actually before that weekend comes, on the 8th of May, is the Aurora 13 in grade school size. Now that's a pretty nice looking shoe. It's, like I said, it's a grade school size only, but for those of us who have younger kids or kids in middle school, or actually young girls pretty much, if you look at the colorway of it, that's going to be something that's pretty cool. I love the Air Jordan 13. It's my second or third favorite silhouette of all time, so I felt necessary to mention that one. That's again on 5/8 for the price of $140 in grade school sizes only. Next up after that is a shoe that I really do want, but I don't have to have it. You know what I mean? Now that's on 5/9, which is about 10 days from now. Energy could completely shift, things could change, but in the meantime, I don't have any plans to go after that shoe. And that's the Air Jordan 1 Game Royal, aka Royal Toe. Now the funny thing about that shoe is Nike sent out a blast exclusive access email, or they put it in people's accounts that they have exclusive access. Truth be told, I never get exclusive access. No matter how much money I spend online, no matter how much money I spend in the outlets, in person, I never get exclusive access. So thank you, Nike. I appreciate the gesture. But that shoe did actually come out. Some people actually hit on it yesterday between 9 Pacific Standard and 12 Eastern. That's when the shoe came out for those particular people. And, hand clap to you guys. You got yourself an early pair of the Game Royals. It's a dope shoe. As I mentioned, it's really reminiscent of the gym red ones that I have here. The color blocking is pretty similar, except that on the toe is the royal color. But it's actually really dope. I think it's a nice shoe. And, it's good if you're going to get it, but I may sleep. You know what I mean? I don't need another Air Jordan 1. You guys can see that at least this row up to right here is all Jordan 1s. I don't need another one. It'd be cool to have, but, I'm sleeping that one. Should you get it if you're not tired of Jordan 1s? Absolutely. The price of that is also $170. As I mentioned, that we're no longer going to see $160 prices on Jordan 1s. We're at $170. That's what it is. So keep that in mind. Now, after that, on Wednesday, I believe the date is 5/20. You have 4 simultaneously. Now, I'm not crazy about the colorways, but it's a cool little pack that they're releasing. But again, I don't have to have them. If my energy changes, I may go after one of them, because my Jordan 4 collection is kind of sparse, actually. As dope as that Jordan 4 is, I don't have a whole lot of colorways of it. So because of that, it'd be great to build my Jordan 4 collection, but I don't think those are the ones to go after. With that being said, each of these 4 shoes will retail for $190, and they are in the colorways as follows: Court Purple, Pine Green, University Red, and Team Orange. So when you get a chance to look at these shoes, they're a white base shoe, and the hits, and I'll pull out one shoe that, let's see, I'll just pull out the cool grays. You guys haven't seen my review on this yet, so, pay it no mind. There's a lace, but anyway, the eyelid strap here, I believe some parts of the tongue, and this eyelid strap is on the color that I mentioned: the pine green, court purple, the team orange, and university red. So for anyone who's unfamiliar, like I mentioned, I do have reviews of these shoes up on my channel right now. But at the very least, the colorways of the two shoes I mentioned will match the court purple and the pine green. These colors will make their way onto those little hits on the Jordan 4. So like I said, it's pretty cool to have. Not a must cop for me, and for them to release, 4 all in one time plus tax, you're looking at spending $1,000 on a single day on one silhouette. That's not really my steez, so I'm gonna pass on those. Unless my energy changes, I may pick up one, which would most likely be the court purple, to be honest with you. I just think that purple contrasting with the white is the best bang for the buck of all of them. And last but not least, we got the Mama Jamma, the big boy, on May 30th for the price of $200. We have the long-awaited re-release of the Grail that a lot of people have been trying to go after, and that is the 2020 version of the Air Jordan Flint 13. I love this shoe. You probably won't see this shoe come out until a couple of weeks from now. I'm trying to go through my entire Air Jordan collection, so I'm not going to go too in depth about what this shoe means, how it came about, but this is the one that people are going to go after. Now, this 2020 version is a 10-year re-release since this one came out, which is obviously the 2010 version. The difference is, I think the color blocking is remaining the same, but the blue and the gray may be a little more, true to what initially came out when the shoe first debuted back in '99. I want to say it. Don't quote me on that. But other than that, the shoe is largely the same, except here in the blue, they filled it back with the 3M hits. And so if you put that up to a light, as you can see, there's no 3M in this one, but there's definitely 3M in the 2020 version. And I think that's pretty cool. But, you're looking at spending so much additional money on shoes throughout that I just mentioned, that this coming in at the $200 price point, I don't think I can justify doubling up on this shoe, and I have a pretty good shoe in pretty decent condition that I do wear anyway. But again, energy changes, things change. I may go after it. Who knows? If you don't have this shoe, is that a must cop for you? I think it's a must cop. The Jordan 13, the Flint 13 is always a must cop. There's no telling when that shoe will be re-released. And since it's been 10 years since then, I think you should absolutely get it. And finally, there was a shoe. Now, what's happening during this pandemic, which I think is actually lifting in most places, that the releases have been staggered and pushed back. So a shoe that I mentioned in one of my reviews that's coming up, you'll see soon, on the Animal Print 3, the Jordan 3 Animal Print, that's actually a 2.0 version coming out, which I'm going to make a reference to. And that one, I think, was rumored to be dropping on May 23rd in between the Flint 13s and in between those Jordan 4s I mentioned. But because the pushbacks happened, I think the version 2 of this is now going back to June. Now, I explained in my Jordan 3 video, which will come out in a couple of days, how I think this shoe looks and how it fits. And that being said, it would be a cop for me, but I don't know if everyone's going to want that shoe. But keep on the lookout. And that's pretty much it for me, man. I know my name is Jay Shoe Fanatic, but I have a bunch of Jordans, and hopefully you guys like this video. I appreciate you checking in. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram, J_Shoe Fanatic. Cop or drop, May 2020. We out.